Good evening peeps, Lee's here again, and I thought I'd come to you today because there's one or two things I wanted to sort of catch us up on today. Been meaning to do this, but it's been really hectic here. It's also been very hot, you know, about 30 odd degrees. It's about 90 degrees or something, which I'm not used to that. I mean, nor's little Roland, he's already gone to bed, yeah. He was working quite hard this morning, so like, yeah, I'm not surprised really. But anyway, as usual, I am waffling, and enough from me, right? All things bass. I believe that's what we left up last time. So I've come today to show you all things bass and the progress on the bass build. As usual, it's scattered all around the apartment. Excuse me for dipping off camera. So basically, yeah, last time we had the neck, the Rickenblagger, because he looked a little bit like a Ricky. A little bit, not too much. I don't want to get into trouble with Mr. Rickenbacker. But if you are watching Mr. Rickenbacker, just knock a couple of grand off the price of your guitars and we'll talk, yeah? Yeah, serious? Alright, mate. Yeah, thanks for that. Anyway, moving swiftly on. I decided for this one, it'll start out anyway as an acoustic. Couple of reasons. I haven't got a bass amp at the moment. My old one, I got rid of it in the end. It was very old and very crackly. And also, you know, with these, obviously a bass instrument, you can't just put a piezo in there or any old standard pickup. There's some sort of preamp device or something like that. I don't know, it's all a bit technical for me really, but that's the reason why. And you can't plug it into little Roland because you'll just blow all his circuitry, and that wouldn't be a very nice thing to do. It'd make a horrible sound as well. So acoustic it is for the time being, but I am hoping to get some bass amplification equipment sorted pretty soon, and then hopefully, if all goes well, we'll see how she sounds. This one's going to be a 2-stringer. There's quite a narrow neck, as you can see. I wanted to get it somewhere near a standard bass fret length or fret scale, which I think is about 34 inches. I think with this we'll probably get somewhere between 31 and 33, so maybe a bit of a short scale. But I did decide on using this box. So I have this rather nice Monte Cristo Miami Deco box, only as you can see I've started removing the sticker, and I've also removed the lid from this. There you go, there is method in my madness. The reason being, we've actually got two of them. There's the other one with the lid removed, and as you can see I've cleaned all the paperwork off this lid. Obviously there's a lot of sticky glue, so how did I achieve that? Actually I took a hairdryer to it to soften the sticker. I peeled that off, and I used good old WD-40 actually. If you spray it on, go out and leave it for a couple of hours, it will generally wipe off, and then a little bit of denatured alcohol, a bit of isopropyl, or even a bit of your kitchen cleaner. A couple of times with that should get most of it off. I know there are various ways of removing stickers, but that's how I've gone about it with these ones anyway. And the reason why I took the lids off was because we're actually going to use both boxes and put the two bottom parts together, like so, because I wanted a slightly deeper body on this one, being as it is acoustic. And obviously I'm going to pack this full of springs to see if we can get a nice sort of earthy bass sound out of it anyway. At least that's the plan. So yeah, that's about it so far really. Obviously I've got to do the boring parts now, as you know, which is all the boring measurements, which obviously I will do off camera because you don't want to watch 2 hours of me squaring wood. And well, hopefully no expletives, but you know what I'm saying anyway. So that's that one. I probably will do like an extra video where I will be waffling on, to be honest. and probably not a lot else, but it'll be useful stuff because there's a couple of things I want to feature. Working with old things. Working with old things, yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't mean working with Liesl, no. Cheeky monkey. I mean working with old boxes, right? Yeah. As you can see, this rather vintage box did have a slight accident. If you remember, this was a one-string fiddle. Actually, when I was building the fiddle, it broke. And I did have it patched on the back. But I took that off so you can see. But I will show everyone, I'll show us how to repair that. Because this box is probably about 70 or 80 years old. It's a really vintage one. I'm sure that vintage cigar box collectors would absolutely cuss me. They see what I get up to with these antique boxes, but I say that's better than it just sitting on a shelf. It's going to become a wonderful musical instrument. I decided to revamp this because it wasn't getting played much as a fiddle. I'm still learning with fiddles. It took me half an hour to learn how to rosin the bow, and that's about as far as I've got so far. So you have to bear with me. I'm no violinist, not at all. But this one did sort of end up being played as a diddly bow. So I thought I'm actually going to turn this into probably a 2-string diddly and have a longer neck on this one. So yeah, in case you come across these things or any mishaps of any boxes really, don't scrap your project. 9 times out of 10 when things go wrong, they actually sound better at the end, or they look cool, or there's something unique about them, right? And we will discuss that at a later date. I did promise that I would do a video on getting free stuff, and yeah, I'm going to do that one next actually. You'd be surprised how much free stuff I have accumulated, and you know, we're all about keeping costs down here. You don't want to go splashing out loads of money. These are cigar box instruments. You might be working in a limited space like many of us are as well, you know, whether that's a vehicle, a small apartment, or outdoors, you know. So all that will be covered also. Isn't that amazing, eh? See, I've been thinking while I've been away. Anyway, and that's that one. And yeah, I've got a couple of questions for you, our wonderful subscribers. So the first one, going back to working with old things and antique boxes, I've actually got this really old Dutch cigar box, as you can see on the back, made in Holland. Absolutely no barcodes, no QR codes, no serial numbers, anything, so it's obviously pretty old. And it's made out of really thick cardboard. I want to make it into something, but I don't really know what. It's quite long and thin. So if you have any ideas what I could do with this wonderful box, I would love to hear them. And don't tell the cigar box collectors whatever you do, because when they see me cutting into this, they'll have an absolute heart attack. Yeah, so keep that one to yourself, alright? Yeah, that's about it really. Free stuff, there's some. This came from the hardware store. You can see it got broken, so I got that for nothing. It makes really good fingerboard for diddly bows. It's quite nice to keep these broken bits sometimes and actually put them on the instrument. So I might do that just to see and be a little bit arty. And last but not least, it did occur to me that pretty soon anyway, it's Samhain, to give it the old Gaelic name, or it is Halloween, to give it the more common name, coming up pretty soon. And so there'll be a special build, a special art piece on the way for that, and it will be quite reflecting of the season, hopefully. Something a little bit amusing as well, and a little bit sort of schlock horror, sort of, you know, as we will be coming up to that kind of Halloween season pretty soon. So more about that later as well. Yeah, I'm still planning that one, but I've got some ideas. So I think that'll be quite fun. And for now, that's about it really. So yeah, I have gone on a bit today. There's one more little surprise, and there's the clue, a little surprise. which I haven't mentioned yet. As always, I'll save that one for later. And that's about it. So, in the meantime, as always, whatever you're doing, have a brilliant day, have a brilliant evening. Stay blessed, and most important of all, I knew I wouldn't get to the end without fumbling at least part of my words. And as always, stay blessed, keep building, and I'll see you soon. Okay then, bye for now. Bye.